Good morning. We are continuing to study algebra. So for a few days we've been looking at different models of algebra where we were using apples or different items to show how on both sides of an equation items are equal. So if you had 3x equals 9, we could divide the 9 by 3 and find out that x equals 9. And we knew how to do that with cups or paper bags, and now we are going to do that strictly with numbers by using logic. Okay, so I'm going to show you a number line and show you how we can figure this out using a number line, and that's going to lead us into logic. Okay, so remember that x means an unknown quantity. So we could use any variable, any number. I like using x the best, but we could use any number to represent a number that we don't know. We just haven't figured out what it is yet. Okay, so let's say we have a number line here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 and 7. We could use this number line to show that 4 plus 3 equals 7, because look, so 1, 2, 3. So 4 plus 3 equals 7, okay? Or we could use it to show 5 minus 3 equals 2. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we had 5 and we subtracted 3, so 1, 2, 3, we would have 2. Okay, so what if we know how to do that, but what if we had an equation with a variable in it? Let's see what that would look like. Okay, so let's say we had 6 plus x equals 9. Okay, so how could we find out what this x is? Well, we could use a number line, so let's try that. So if we knew this is 6, 8, 9. Okay, so 6 plus something equals 9, so let's see what that something is. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so x equals 3 because 6 plus 3 equals 9. Okay, so what if we wanted to find out 237 plus x equals 314? Would we use a number line for this one? No, we don't want to use a number line. We could, but the number line is going to be too big because it has to go all the way from 237 up to 314, and that's too big and it's going to take too long. So how could we find x without a number line? Well, what we can do is subtract the smaller number from the larger number. Let's check it out with this equation and see if that works. So could we have found x by subtracting 6 from 9? It's 9 minus 6. Does that equal 3? Yes, it does. So let's try 314 minus 237, and that will give us our x value. Okay, so if you think about it like this, so x plus 6 is the same as 6 plus x, right? Whenever you add, it doesn't matter what comes first. So if you have x and you add 6 to it, you end up with 9. So that means that 9 is 6 more than what x was. So we can subtract 6 from the 9 to get back to x. So whenever we have an equation like this, that's adding, we can take this smaller number away from the bigger number and we will get our x value. So let's try some. Okay. Let's get a new color here. Right, so so 38 equals 8 plus x. So let's try to think about this logically. So we could use a number line, but we can do this using our head. So let's think about it. So x plus 8 is 38. So that means that x is 8 smaller than 38. So we could subtract 8 from 38, and that will give us x. So that's pretty simple. 30 equals x. And now, the nice thing about algebra is take this number and plug it back into the equation up here and see if we get the right answer. So 38 equals 8 plus 30. Is that true? Is 8 plus 30 38? Yes, so that means we are right. Okay, we'll try another one. The 21 equals x plus 12. So let's think about that. So some number, if you added 12 to it, you would get 21. So the way we can find out what that x is by taking 12 away from 21 to find out what we had at first. So 21 minus 12 equals x, and that is 9. 9 equals x. So let's try that. Let's see. 9 plus 12 equals 21. Good. Okay, try a third one here. C. X plus 22 equals 33. So something plus 22 equals 33. So if we took away that 22 from here, we would get back to our x. So we have to take away 22 from this to find out what our x value is. So x equals 33 minus 22. X equals 11. Let's check it. 11 plus 22 is equal to 33. Good. Okay. Let's try a few more. Just remember, try to be going along with me, and if at any point what I'm saying doesn't make sense to you or you don't understand it, then you should stop and go back. So don't keep going on if you don't understand. So just stop and try to understand what's happening, okay? So D, 7x equals 56. So let's think about this one with our cups. If we had 7 cups on one side with unit cubes in them, and 7 cups was the same as 56, then what would 1 cup be? And remember that each cup can be thought of as an x. So what you can do to find this x is subtract 56 by 7. So x equals 56 divided by 7. X equals, what's that? 8. So 7, let's check it. 7 times 8 equals 56. Good. Okay, E. 48 equals 2x. So if 2 x's, or 2 paper bags, equals 48, how much is 1x? So if to multiply what's in 1x and get 48, what we should do is divide 48 by 2. 48 divided by 2 equals x. And so x equals 24. Let's check. 2 times 24, is that 48? Yeah, so we're good. Okay, let's try F. 14 equals 2x. So similar kind of problem here. So if 2x, if you have x and you multiply it by 2, you get 14. So to get back to x, we have to do the opposite. So we'll divide 14 by 2 and get x. Divided by 2 equals 7, so x equals 7. 14 equals 2 times 7, yes, so that's correct. Okay, let's try 2 more. Okay. X divided by 3 equals 6. So if you had x and you divided it up into 3 parts, each of those parts would have 6. So what would the whole thing be? So because we've divided that by 3 to get this, what we need to do is multiply 6 by 3 to find out what x is. So x equals 18, and let's try that. 18 divided by 3 equals 6. Yes, that's correct. Okay, and then one last one. This is a challenging one. So if you don't understand this one, that's okay, but you can try to do that. So 5 equals x divided by 2. So if you had x and you divided it by 2, you would get 5. So what is this x? So this is our answer that we got after dividing it by 2. So now we should multiply it by 2. So 5 times 2 equals x. So 10 equals x. And let's try it. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. Yeah, we've got it. Good work. So, homework. So oops, I forgot to write down the page. But it is number 1, B, C, D, E, 4, oops, and number 2 here. 2, B, C, D, E, 3, no. I'm not going to do 3. Number 4, B, C, D, 5, B, C, D. And I will write down the page number in the description box below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions.